Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. And we hear sirens around here a lot because we they have a four-lane highway near our home, and they're all four-lane, the main thoroughfares, and the speed limit's 45, but everybody goes faster than that. So we hear car wrecks. We don't hear the wreck, but we hear the sirens a lot of times. And yesterday was a busy day for us. I was pretty tired last night, so was my wife. I fought with my computer all day. We had to take several trips outside the home to go take care of business and stuff. So we were just resting on the couch, and about 9 o'clock we heard a siren, but just didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, we thought, well, hey, they're still going out there. Something's going on. And we kind of figured it was probably a car wreck or something. But it kept going, and about 9:30 or so, I took the dogs out to do their business. And that's when I saw this huge plume of smoke all lit up underneath from flames, and it looked like it was about, maybe 2 blocks away. So after waiting about a half an hour and still hearing sirens, we decided, well, it's not too far. Let's walk over and see if it was a wreck or what it was. Well, as it turned out, after we walked the two blocks and got to the main highway, we were only probably halfway to the fire, and it was a structure fire, and so we felt pretty bad, so we decided we'd come on back home. And then this morning, I got up early, and I decided, well, I'll fly the drone over and see what it was that had been burning. And of course, you've been looking at pictures of what it was. And it's a very wealthy area. People who own large pieces of property and have horses, as you could see in the pictures there. And so I flew over there, and it's about a mile away, but I had a hard time keeping good contact. But anyway, when I got there, I discovered that it was a very sad, sad story. And there was nothing in the news about it, so I don't think anybody died. When you look at the pictures that Google Earth shows us, it was like a converted barn, and it was a dream home. For folks who like horses and animals, it was probably what they'd been dreaming of for years. And of course, as you look at, they've got lots of vehicles. They've got large horse trailers to haul their horses. They live right next to what looks like a place where they have horse competition. They got lights all around it and everything. And it looks like they had horses. They have a tree-lined driveway, and they had horses on each side of that, plus an area back there behind their house, probably. I'm just guessing. I don't know these folks, but I feel for them. My heart is broken for them, because that beautiful, not everybody would call it a beautiful home, but it was beautiful to them, and you could tell that they had spent a lot of time on it. As you can see from right here, they had put together an arbor leading to the front door, and it was just what would be a dream home for folks who love horses and love barns and things like that. So it was kind of sad. It still is sad. I went to bed last night praying that God would comfort their hearts and bless them, because He's the only one that could do that under situations like that. It looks like maybe they slept in their motorhome, because it's all expanded out. If they could sleep, that would be pretty hard to do. And this was before I looked at Google Earth, because I didn't know where to look until I had taken these videos. And that's when I found the dream house for these folks. And this was quite early in the morning, as you can see by the shadows. And so I went on back home, flew back. I didn't go anywhere. I was standing in the backyard, but flew back on home. And then later in the morning, I decided I would make another flight and see what was how the cleanup and so forth was going. I decided to go around in the opposite direction. As you can see, there's cars parked out in the drive, in front of their drive, probably friends, family, have come over to see what they could do to help. And a few more firemen have shown up, and they're pulling things out, doing what they can. There's no way to understand how people must feel when something like this happens. By the way, I remember what that area is called. To the left side of the picture, it's called an arena. Took me a little while, as usual these days. Right here is where I lost contact, because it is about a mile away, and so it stopped, the drone stopped, and well, I stopped getting a picture, so I stopped moving the drone. Then finally, after I raised the antennas higher, everything kind of came back. At this point in time in my flying, I couldn't figure out why the metal roof was all over there. You know, all the whether it's aluminum or steel. And so at first I thought it was a barn, but then when I saw the entranceway and the arbor, and then if you look close, you can see things like picnic tables. Then I began to think maybe it was a home, and as it turns out, it was both. And so I decided I'd head on back over to my home, and feeling blessed, and headed home, and I've spent some time praying that God would comfort these folks. And if you're a praying person, you might ask God to comfort the folks that lost their home. He knows who they are, and they need help. And like I said, He's the only one that can help. So I want to thank you for watching. It's kind of a sad thing to watch, but I want to thank you for watching, and may God bless you.